Hello and welcome to TechBaffle. James here. Today we're going to be looking at this light up hat. So it's a warm hat that you wear in winter. However, it has a built-in light. So if you ever need a headlight, i.e. walking a dog, going down like an unlit path, but then you also need to keep your head warm, then you're in luck. So it's described as a lighted winter warm Thinsulate beanie knit cap hat. I'm not quite sure whether it's actually Thinsulate or whether they're just calling it Thinsulate. So let's go ahead and have a look. So we have the hat itself, feels nice and warm. It's not fleecy on the inside, it's the same material as it is on the outside. So not exactly fancy, but should do the trick. On the inside, yep, it's just that folded over. So we'll find out to see how warm this hat is later on. The hat itself is fairly simple, but the main feature itself is the built-in light.
To remove the light, fold over the brim and pull the light out. It features a cap that protects the USB socket from outside conditions. Pull the cap off and it has a standard USB-A. It looks quirky, but plugs into a regular 5V USB phone charger, no cables required. Unfortunately, it's not USB-C, so I'm using an old phone charger. Make sure you plug it in the right way. You'll see a red light when it's charging. Charge it for approximately 2 hours. Once it's fully charged, you should be good to go. In terms of battery life, on full brightness continuously, it lasts an hour. After that, it will still work but get dimmer over time. For longer battery life, there's 2 dimmer settings. I'll go outside in just a moment, but first of all, here's a quick demo of all 3 light settings. In terms of sizing, it's a snug fit, although it is fairly stretchy. My head is 57 centimeters or 22.4 inches diameter, so it may be too tight for heads over 65 centimeters or 25.5 inches diameter. Now let's go outside and test it out.
So we've come outside in the freezing cold, which only means one thing. We've come to test out this LED light hat. So we'll see how bright this really is. So regarding the fit, fits very nicely and it feels relatively warm. It fits nicely and comfortably. It's fairly snug, and this will also be great for those who don't like really thick hats. In most winter conditions, you should be fine. You don't really notice the light being there. You don't even notice it's there. Let's go ahead and switch it on. So, as you can tell, it is really bright. So it's actually really easy to use. You can kind of feel the smooth lens for the lights, and there's a rubberized button in the middle which kind of has a bit of a texture to it, so you can press it and know immediately where it is. It's not going to be difficult to find. It's worth noting there's no SOS function, so there's not going to be any flashing settings, which is a shame, I reckon, especially for like cycling or something. So the reason I got this light is actually for dog walking. Say, for example, you want to walk down a path and it's not well lit, this will do the job perfectly. You can see in front of you, no problem. And another thing, my dog likes to do his business in slightly peculiar areas. So having a built-in light is actually really helpful, so you can go ahead and pick it up. That's the joys of owning a dog. So let's go ahead and test out the LED hat. What we're going to do is just shine it against this wall right here. Let me go and turn this off. So when you turn on the LED hat, you go onto the full beam. Now this is the brightest setting and should be good for around about 5 or so meters, and it's a nice wide angle of light. I don't know if you can really tell. It's not exactly a focused beam of light, it doesn't have like a circle around it. Next up you have the second brightest setting, which for most situations should be fine. So the second setting is right for anything between 2 or 3 meters away from you. You should be able to see fine. And finally you have the dimmer setting, which is alright for around 30 centimeters. It's also alright if you just need a very subtle amount of light. The headlight just folds in like so. It's worth mentioning you can actually use this as a portable torch or flashlight. So you can just take it out the hat and actually just shine it wherever you like. So I can go ahead and shine it on the wall like so. So you can actually just use it as a portable torch or flashlight. It's quite easy to put in. Again, I think it fits in this way. Yeah, you just pop it in like so and you're good to go.
Overall, I'm impressed by this LED light beanie hat. I can't confirm if it's Thinsulate. It doesn't have a fleecy lining like my 40-gram Thinsulate hat, yet it's still nicely warm. It's easy to operate thanks to a textured button in the centre, even with gloves. This LED beanie hat gets a TechBaffle rating of 5 bolts. It's a simple yet stylish beanie hat. There's also several other colours. I'll put the links in the description.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. If you want any more of this sort of thing, don't forget to subscribe and ding, so you don't miss a thing. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat and TikTok. Follow me at TechBaffle. For all the latest, head over to techbaffle.com. Thanks for watching and have a baffling day.